So Grey Zone Warfare's new Night Ops update has or will be released depending on when you watch this video. I just want to go on video and give you my honest opinion about what I think. I've played a fair few hours now of the update, and I just want to give you my honest opinion on what is important in this update. There's a lot of stuff that's new in this update, but a lot of stuff I don't think a lot of people would really care about. So first off, the big thing is the day and night cycle. Now this is as it says, a day and night cycle where it cycles from day to night, you know, dawn, dusk, that kind of stuff. I think every two IRL or real life hours is a whole day cycle, and then 1 hour of real life time is a night cycle. And it's just nice to kind of like see it in its entirety. It does look beautiful, and they have smashed out the park in terms of visuals and all that kind of stuff. So that's really cool. Obviously, it provides a stealth kind of gameplay. You can kind of move around a bit sort of easier without AI spotting you anywhere near as easily. But there are kind of a few things that I tested with AI and their visibility during nighttime. It was quite sporadic. They had a very hard time seeing you until you engaged them, and then they knew exactly where you were. So really, I mean, you have to keep moving after you take the shot. Keep moving, and you should be okay. What's also cool is obviously they've added in the night vision. I think there's 3 levels of night vision, or 3 sets of NVGs that you can put on your helmet with the sort of mounting bracket, and you've got lots of different things in terms of tactical devices on your guns, like infrared lasers, infrared illuminators, like flashlights, but for your NVGs. And also, I know that they have done a lot of work with an actual night vision production company to get the night vision correct and true to real life as they possibly can in the game. Nighttime, generally, like if you were to like boost your gamma a bit and kind of mess around with some settings, you can see quite well during nighttime. In some buildings, not so much, but out in the open when it's moonlit, it's not too bad. I don't really have an issue not wearing NVGs, but I can see the benefit of having NVGs. There are flashlights too, like normal flashlights. And what's funny is that I've tested the flashlights with AI. AI don't react to them at all, as far as I know. I was right behind an AI, stood there, looking around. I was flashing my flashlight on and off in his back. Didn't see it, had no idea. The little sort of cool thing, I guess, is that with the interior and exterior lighting of buildings and things like that, you can either turn off the whole fuse box of the building to shut down all the lights before you go into the building. Usually these fuse boxes are on the outside next to a door, or you can go in and turn each individual light off with the light switch. It is quite cool. You can also turn lights on if you need that light, if you don't have NVGs. Or if you're going full tactical, NVGs, flip the fuse box, turn all the lights off, go in there full Splinter Cell and take out these AI or even players. So they have actually added a fair few new loot spawns and new pieces of loot. On AI, I found a ring that was worth $120. It doesn't sound a lot, but actually it adds up. I found like this drink that was worth loads of money. I found a credit card on the table, like loose loot on the table. It was worth $200. You sell that and it kind of adds up to a pretty hefty amount. So there are a few new high tier loot spawns and rare loot spawns. Mainly a lot of the loot is on AI. So what I found is that a lot of AI now, they have dollars in their pockets and in their backpack. Over the time of like a full outing, like a full day raid, probably get like $300 to $400 like a stack. Yeah, so there is more high value loot spawns around. I imagine going to the higher level areas later on in the game, you might have a lot more valuable loot to find. They have also tried to reduce the landing zone wait times and the sort of the transport between base and the landing zone of where you want to get to. They've definitely improved that. There are new weapons, mostly AKs and a Colt 1911 handgun. Do with that info as you wish. There's new tasks, 22 new tasks. Some of them are required for nighttime and some are daytime, so that's quite cool. They have said that they've upgraded the AI. Don't know what that means exactly. When I was playing, I didn't really see a lot of difference. Apparently, there's also a new update coming soon, maybe out now, depending again on when you're watching this. They have said that there is something coming where it'll help with the reaction times of the AI, because sometimes they're a bit slow, but also sometimes they're a bit fast. So I don't know what it's going to help with. Maybe make them faster. Sometimes I hope not. Christ, the amount of times I've been one-tapped by an AI just like sprinting at me and then just, I'm dead. Yeah, I'll get into that now, actually. The AI still one-taps you. They've tried hard to kind of like stop them from being so lethal. They're still lethal. I'm still getting one-tapped in the chest. Oh, there is also a new emote system for those who want to roleplay, I guess, or don't have a microphone, but you probably should. So that was essentially all of the important stuff that I kind of like noticed from the patch notes or from the notes that I was given. Now my own opinions and my own kind of thoughts on this. Nighttime looks great. It looks amazing. They've smashed out the park in terms of how it looks. It just looks like as you'd expect. Nighttime, dawn, dusk, sunrise, sunset to look. It just looks beautiful. Really, really cool. Obviously the NVGs and stuff, as I said, they are probably the best representation of what night vision goggles would look like in real life. And the tactical devices that go with the NVGs, with the infrared lasers and illuminators, they look fantastic too. It just looks great. Now, onto my thoughts on the performance. I would love to say that it's changed, but I'd probably be lying if I said it had changed. The FPS, right? That's the main thing. For me, it didn't change at all. I have the same system. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I'm pretty sure I have the same system that I had when I first played it. I was using the DLSS with frame generation beforehand quite well. I don't know what's up with it. I've turned frame generation off because of the very off-putting input lag. Where I don't know if I had that before. I'm running it maybe maximum 85 FPS without frame generation. With frame generation, I get another maybe 50 up to about 130-ish. I didn't see any improvements. I just personally didn't see any. Maybe someone else did with their own setup. Maybe you do. If you try it and you have like a budget PC and you're like, oh, it was really bad. Now it's actually playable. Fantastic. That's freaking awesome. It's so good. In terms of gear and weapon progression, it still needs balancing for gameplay longevity. That's what I've got in my notes. Gameplay longevity. I guess on release, I didn't feel like I could play any more than 50 hours and there wasn't much more to do. Like I got to level 2 or 3 traders maybe. I felt like I had all the best gear. Or I felt like I had the gear that would carry me to endgame. I didn't need anything else. So then why do I level up the traders? I can PvP if you want to with the performance and the input lag that this game has. I'd say they need to improve the performance first before they actually then focus on adding longevity to the game and replayability. I don't know how they're going to do that. On to my next point as well with loot. Loot will add replayability. It'll add exploration. You can find little bits here and there of loot and high value loot, but it's few and far between. Honestly, if there's just a loot slider, 1 times loot to maybe 2.5 times loot, bump it up so more things spawn, you'll feel like you want to explore more. Like as soon as I found this credit card on the table next to a chessboard, I was like, oh, so what if I check this room over here with this table? Maybe there'll be something there. And I kept having that thought, but then it didn't really pan out that way. I was quite lucky to find that credit card in the first place. So I think just having more loot, whether it's like just loot, but maybe the chance of finding some pretty good stuff that you can sell for money to then get gear. There's an economy there, right? And that kind of promotes longevity. Players want to go and loot to then buy more gear, to then increase their trader rep, because when you buy more gear, the trader rep increases. It's not like Tarkov where you could only increase trader rep by doing tasks. In this game, you can literally just buy your way to max traders if you wanted to, I guess. If you don't like doing tasks or whatever, it's not your thing, and you like PvP, getting loot, getting money, you can level up your traders that way. It takes a while. Maybe they could balance that a bit more. It just needs more open world loot. You go into a house, you check the shelves, anything there? No. On the table? No. Maybe open the fridge up, there's like a bottle of vodka, whatever, like in the fridge. I don't know why. Would you put vodka in the fridge? No idea. And you sell that to the trader for $200. Hey, that's pretty good. Just need more of that. Like just finding things gets you excited for like, oh, what is this? And then you sell it. You think, okay, I can go back to that fridge again. Maybe it spawned there again. When you get into like a PvP fight, but you've got some pretty good loot in your bag, you're like, there's that choice. Like, do I fight? Do I leave? But yeah, in all seriousness though, the longevity for me is a big issue. But I do feel like there is a need for more incentive for PvP. But I didn't feel like there was any need for me to actually progress any further than level 2 or whatever traders because I had pretty good gear. So yeah, I think they need to focus on that as well as performance. I also had a thought about the starter zones. I'm not sure about you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the starter zones and how long you stay in there for. If you're a person that maybe has 2 hours or whatever after work during the evening to play, and you're in the starter zone again next day, you know, doing 2 more tasks in the starter zone, next day another 2 tasks in the starter zone, or maybe you get 1 taps lows and you don't get any tasks done at all. You're there for a week and you're just like, mate, just get me out of this zone. I want to go somewhere else, because there's no other players. It's just monotonous. You know what I mean? Maybe having a way of maybe just skipping that and being like, you know what, actually, I know what I'm doing in this game. Maybe I just go somewhere else. Yeah, I think just the starter area needs a bit of tweaking, or even a way of like maybe skipping it altogether, depending on your preference. But overall, my opinion is that it's a cool update. I don't really understand why they've hyped it up as much as they have. Obviously, they're quite excited about it. The whole sort of day-night cycle is great. That's the name of their patch, is the Night Ops update. And they should be really proud of how it looks and how the NVG and the night vision optics work as well. And I think that's what they're hyped about. They are just really excited about it. That's what I see, and that's why they're shouting about it from the rooftops on social media. When everyone gets there, like, oh, is it just nighttime? I think it just needs more time to cook. Let it stew, okay? Otherwise, I'm excited for the future of the game. I don't know if this is the update to get back into it. So if you have it, give it a try. Just make sure you temper your expectations a bit and don't get yourself hyped up for it. Yeah, so that's my opinions on it. That's my kind of breakdown of all the important stuff. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you found it helpful, give us a like on the video. Also, subscribe if you want some more Grey Zone Warfare content or other content like Tarkov and other stuff. Gaming. Hey! Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, click here for something similar and click here to subscribe for more.